In this video, I'm going to show you my simple 3-step framework that I'm using right now on Substack to grow my newsletter. And by the end of this video, you will have a very simple playbook that you can follow that will work no matter if you're just getting started or if you already have a handful of subscribers, but actually struggle to keep growing your list. But before getting started, if you actually want to grow your newsletter on Substack, I have a free course that you can grab. It's the first link in the description that will show you exactly how to grow on Substack. It will show you how to find a profitable niche. It will show you the exact playbook to use. It will also give you specific examples of viral notes, and it will even show you how to come up with content ideas to build your audience on Substack faster. So if that sounds interesting to you, click the first link in the description. So the first obvious thing when it comes to growing your newsletter on Substack is to simply publish long-form articles, right? That's basically the origin function of Substack. So as you can see, they added video posts, audio posts, right? And these are actually all features that came later on, but primarily Substack is a newsletter platform. So it's easy to think that, hey, that's how you grow. And this was basically my mistake when I just got started on Substack. So I thought just writing newsletters will help you get discovered. And you know what? Like this actually didn't work, because if you go back to, let's say, my subscriber count right here, let me just show you exactly how this went. So first of all, what I did is I actually imported my email list back in the days, which was roughly around 2,500 subscribers. And then basically nothing happened. So like all these spikes that you see right here is me basically importing existing email subscribers that I built out of SEO and with Medium and so on and so forth. But actually nothing happened. Nothing happened simply because writing newsletters is just not enough. But then I applied the strategy that I'm going to share with you today by the end of July. And since then, as you can see, like the subscriber account rocketed. Please don't come up with excuses like, yeah, Matt, you already had kind of an audience that you imported. Yeah, but this was kind of slumbering. You cannot tell me that I was actually using Substack to grow my newsletter. No, I grew my newsletter with all the traffic sources, and then I just tried to make Substack work, right? But the strategy that I'm going to show you today allows me to build my email list on Substack with Substack. That's basically the main difference. So first, let me just tell you why writing newsletter is simply not enough. If you actually look at your Substack feed, what you're going to notice is that the only newsletters that actually show up right here are newsletters that you are already subscribed to. This is completely different as to what you have on Medium, right? So on Medium, you log in and then you have a news feed with articles that you can click. That's actually not the case on Substack. So this is why simply thinking that writing a newsletter is going to be enough to actually get discovered. And this brings me to point number 2, leveraging Substack notes. So as you can see, straight underneath the newsletters that I'm subscribed to, there is actually a news feed with short form posts. And these posts are called notes. Think of notes as any kind of other social media platform, right? Where you simply scroll, and yeah, then you actually find something interesting. You stop and then you actually start following that person. That's exactly the same thing right here on Substack. So what you're going to see is that people that you're following are going to obviously like other people's notes. And then what's going to happen, it's going to actually show up in your feed, right? And then basically what you do is actually read the notes. Oh, so it sounds interesting. Let me check out that profile. And you can either follow this person, which means that this person is going to start seeing your notes. And if you are publishing notes and eventually publish interesting notes, what is going to happen is that people will finish and end up subscribing. Now, here's the interesting thing. Most people actually don't know the difference between following and subscribing. Substack actually incentivizes the users to straight subscribe to that specific person, which means that this is basically a huge new venue to get new subscribers from Substack. This is why you actually want to utilize notes, because it allows you to tap into a new pool of subscribers. But posting notes is not enough. The reason is that you actually want to treat notes as social media, right? And what does social media means? You simply have to interact with others, because at the beginning, especially when you're just getting started, you'll have no followers. Nobody's going to subscribe to your newsletter. So what you actually want to do is you actually want to look at all the different categories right here, and then basically start interacting with people in that same industry. So let's assume your niche is productivity, right? Then you can simply head over to productivity and actually look at the different notes. So as you see, there are a few newsletters that are going to show up right here, but basically what actually draws your attention is really like the newsfeed, right? And all the quick wins that you can actually get by browsing through notes. As you can see right here, I could actually start interacting with this person, right? And not only would it help me get noticed by this specific person because they're going to get a notification, but everyone who's actually going to see that specific note. Here's another interesting benefit when you're spending some time and actually replying to other people's notes is that the reason is that when you show up on someone else's notes every day, people will start to notice. And then what happens is that you can actually start a conversation in the chats. And this is where you can work out things like swapping recommendations or writing blog posts. So as an example, I featured different writers on my own Substack newsletters who actually wrote a guest post for me. And guess what? This is basically free exposure for you to an audience that's actually relevant to you. And also what happens is that you can actually start recommending one another. So as you can see, I got 1,000 email subscribers on Substack simply from recommendations, right? And this is because I have 85 people actually recommending me. And the reason why I'm saying this is because swapping recommendations or simply pitching someone a guest post is actually hard when you don't have a previous relationship with that person. And this is why notes and commenting on notes is so powerful, simply because it allows you to tap into that familiarity where you actually start commenting, people start noticing your face, noticing your name, and then you can actually take this into the chat and actually start building that relationship to then basically grow together. So this is why you want to aim to at least comment to 10 other creators every day, right? And at the beginning, it might not seem that you're going to get a lot out of this, but if you actually combine these three things, which means writing a newsletter, posting your own notes, and commenting on other people's notes, you are going to be able to grow your Substack account faster. And if you want more tips about how to grow on Substack, you can grab my free course, or what you can do, you can also click on the other video that's popping up right now.